This is the murder of Jared Bridegan. Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan was gunned down in front of his 2-year-old daughter, Biloxi, in North Florida a little over a year ago in a crime so heinous it captured international headlines. 2 men were recently arrested for the shocking slaying in a clear picture has emerged of what police has called a tragedy and cold-blooded ambush of a father of 4, February 16, 2022. The tragic killing has laid bare the long simmering tension between Bridegan and his ex-wife Shannon Garner Fernandez, with whom he shared 10-year-old twins. It also left the slain man's widow, Kristen Bridegan, the mother of his 2 youngest children, Biloxi and London, desperate to find answers. Garner Fernandez, 35, remained a suspect, although she hasn't been charged and has denied any involvement in the killing. Garner Fernandez filed for divorce from Bridegan February 23, 2015 after 5 years of marriage, calling the union irreversible broken and telling the court simply, "We don't love each other anymore." When they met, they were both devoted members of the Church of Christ of Latter-day Saints. After they married, they soon welcomed twins, a boy and a girl. But Garner Fernandez began to stray from her faith and allegedly had an affair with a personal trainer, Fox News Digital exclusively reported. Her parents, Shelley and Sterling Garner, found Stampin' Up, a paper craft company with an estimated annual revenue of over $100 million a year, according to the InFact. They had financially supported the couple during their marriage, and Garner Fernandez was allegedly irritated when Bridegan ended up with a cash settlement after their split. A tattoo parlor staffer said that around the time of the divorce, Garner Fernandez asked him if he knew anyone who could shut him up. The pair hammered out a joint custody agreement, but continued to spar in family court over every issue that cropped up with their twins, from where they would attend school to modification of their custody and child support agreement. As the year passed, Garner Fernandez's feelings grew more hostile and her accusation more extreme. Meanwhile, Bridegan met and married Kristen in 2017, and they welcomed 2 children, Bexley, now 3, and 1-year-old London. Garner Fernandez met Mario Fernandez in 2018 at her CrossFit gym in Florida, where he worked in maintenance, and they soon tied the knot. Bridegan dropped off his 2 twins Wednesday evening at his ex-wife's house after taking them and Bexley out for dinner for a routine date night. About 3 miles from Garner Fernandez's home, Bridegan was lured from his Volkswagen Atlas at around 7:30 p.m. by a tire that had been placed in the middle of the secluded roadway minutes earlier. As he stepped out to move it, he was repeatedly shot and several bullets lodged in the interior of the vehicle near Bexley, who was strapped in her car seat. 3 full minutes passed before Bexley, crying hysterically near her dying father, was pulled from the car by a passerby who stumbled upon the gruesome scene. The Jacksonville Beach Police Department, which remained tight-lipped about the investigation, repeatedly asked for the public help in identifying a dark blue Ford F-150 spotted near the crime scene. Amid mounting public scrutiny and after hiring a prominent criminal defense lawyer, Garner Fernandez moved 2,800 miles to the Pacific Northwest late last year. Her parents secretly purchased a $1 million home for her using an LLC in West Richland, Washington. While Fernandez moved to Orlando, she cut off all communication between the twins and their younger half-siblings, with whom they had once been close. In a stunning development, police arrested a man in the Bridegan murder. 61-year-old Henry Tenen was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, accessory after the fact, and child abuse. Investigators reveal a single link between Jared Bridegan and Henry Tenen. Mario Fernandez, Melissa Nelson, the state attorney for Florida 4th Judicial District, said at press conference announcing the first major break in the case. Fernandez was renting a home he owned in Jacksonville to Tenen at the time of the murder and had also hired him to do odd jobs at his other rental properties. Tenen pleaded guilty to shooting Bridegan as part of a cooperation agreement that will send him to jail for 15 years to life. Minutes after Tennant admitted his role in the slaying in the Duval County Courthouse, Jacksonville Beach Police deputies and other agents arrested Fernandez in Orlando. Tennant Corporation has both corroborated evidence collected during the investigation and provided additional evidence against Mario Fernandez for his role in the planning and execution of Jared murder, Nelson said at the press conference announcing the charges against Fernandez. Fernandez had written 3 checks to Tennant, but the arrest affidavit does not indicate when these were issued or for what amount. Phone records show that Tennant and Fernandez communicated 35 times in February, the month of the slaying, 30 times in March, and at least 5 times in the months that followed. Gardner Fernandez's family was quick to distance her from her husband, saying in a company email to employees that the two had been separated for an extended period of time. The email did not reference Bridegan by name. Fernandez faced charges of second-degree murder with a weapon, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, solicitation to commit a capital felony, and child abuse, and prosecutor could seek the death penalty. The police and the state attorney have repeatedly said the probe hasn't ended with the arrest of Fernandez and Tennant. We all remain committed to seeking the truth, and that is the entire truth, and holding accountable every single individual involved, Nelson said. When prosecutor Nelson was asked if more arrests was coming, she simply replied, "At this time I'm not going to answer that question," she critically said. Bridegan family has said they will not rest until every person involved in his demise is brought to justice. There are more people, Kristen previously told Fox News Digital. This was orchestrated, this was planned, and this was specific to Jared. I will continue to keep you guys updated on this case. May Jared's soul rest in peace, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his widow, Kristen, and his 4 beloved children. Until next time on a Meaningful Talk Crime Doc, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you later in the comment section.